Hi. I thought I would take a few minutes to introduce myself a little bit and give a little bit of background as to my ASMR experiences growing up and how I stumbled across the ASMR community. So, growing up, I had a lot of experiences related to ASMR. Of course, I didn't know what ASMR was at the time, but looking back, I can see all of the triggers that I experienced. For example, there was this girl in 4th grade that sat next to me, and when she would read a book, she would mouth words while she was reading, and it was really, really soothing at the time. There was a Sunday school teacher that would read stories, and she had this very, very soothing voice that almost put me to sleep. In fact, Maria from Gentle Whispering reminds me a lot. Her voice reminds me a lot of this woman's voice when I was a kid. A lot of times I would enjoy going to the library to study, but it would put me in such a euphoric state when I was there because of all the triggers in the library, and often I would find that I had trouble studying or paying attention to my studies because I would be sort of tripping out on ASMR triggers. One of my biggest triggers is actually gum chewing, and growing up I just thought I was sort of a weirdo for liking the sound of gum chewing, as a lot of people are really annoyed by the sound. So that plus all of my other experiences, I just thought I just had, some weird, not sexual fetish, of course, but some weird fetish for these triggers. And as an adult, there were a lot of movies that had triggers in them, and I would watch certain scenes over and over again because of their effect on me. One example, my favorite movie is Babette's Feast, and there's a scene in that movie where this woman prepares this fish soup, and it was such a strong trigger for me that I would watch the scene over and over and over again in order to experience that pleasurable feeling. A lot of people who experience ASMR describe it as sort of a tingling in the head. Myself, I don't really describe it as a tingling feeling in my head. Rather, I would describe it as sort of a euphoria, a very light euphoria, and I kind of get put in sort of a little bit of a trance. That's how I describe it. I don't know if it's really a trance, but I would give just this really light euphoria. So growing up, I just thought I was kind of weird for having these experiences, and I didn't share them with a lot of people. They would just sort of look at me funny. One day, I don't know, it was maybe 6 months ago, maybe longer, I was looking at some phone apps, and I happened to find an app for, what was it? Oh, it was for coffee shop sounds. A lot of people are soothed by the sound of a coffee shop, all the talking and the muttering and the whatever coffee. But I listened to it, and I found it to be too loud. I prefer the sounds of a library, so I thought I would try to find a library sound app, which did not exist. But I happened to find on YouTube some library sound videos, and I found one labeled A Library ASMR, and I listened to it, and of course it was perfect. And I found some other ones, and they all said library something ASMR, and I was like, what is this ASMR? So I googled it and read about it, and all of my experiences growing up sort of coalesced into this epiphany, and all of those experiences suddenly made sense, and it was a revelation, and I was like, wow. Not only is there a name for what I experienced, but there are other people that experience it too. And I found more and more videos online, and they were wonderful. And that's how I discovered the community. I enjoy a lot of the videos. Some of my favorites, as I mentioned in my first video, are the cookbook videos. I really enjoy looking at cookbooks, so listening to people softly read about recipes and flip through the pages I find very soothing. Some of the other ones that I enjoy are, tutorial videos, like a lot of the towel folding and things like that I really enjoy. Some of the like what's in my bag videos are enjoyable. I'm not so much into the role playing as other people are. They don't quite do much for me, although personally having that sort of personal attention is very nice, but for some reason the videos don't really do much for me. So I thought I would finally take a crack at making my own videos. I was sort of worried that I didn't really have the voice for it, but I thought I would give it a try. So this is my second video, and hopefully I can do some more soon. I don't know what kind I'll do. The role-playing videos intimidate me a little bit, so I probably won't start off with any role-playing videos, but we'll see what I can come up with. So if any of you have any suggestions, please leave them in the video comments. In the meantime, I'll try to come up with something, and I guess I'll see you all later. Thanks for listening.